This space is so empty. Somebody send me some art so I don't have an empty space behind my head. I just need something on my wall. A lot going on. Doing too much. Too much with your life. Okay. Hey y'all! What's going on? Hey! Hey! Is that a dance? I went down with it. Is that how you don't do it like that? I kind of knew. I knew you didn't. You're not supposed to do it like that. I got y'all. You remember about 5,000 years ago, I was telling you that you guys should be on the lookout because eventually I'm going to do like a lazy girl cleaning type something video. And really that stemmed from me just recognizing I'm lazy. Okay. So but I still have to get it done. So I was like, listen, we need some help. Okay, I need some help. Okay, well, help me. Help me. Help me. So we gonna work it out today. Stay tuned. All right. Before I get started, listen, I gotta say what's up, y'all. Welcome back to the Walk Live. For all you who have been rocking with me since day one, I love you. And for all of you who are new, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you like what you see and what you hear. So, listen, my name is Sakima. I post on this channel every Tuesday, so make sure you hit that notification bell. I want you to subscribe. I want you to do all the things so that you do not miss an upload. Please, we don't want to do that. So I'll give you a moment. Let's go ahead. Go ahead. Notification bell, subscribe, all that. Thank you so much for doing that. And what do I post on this channel? I post different nuggets, different lessons that God has given me along my journey, and they've helped me chip away at some of the barriers that have been in my path. And my hope is that this will help you too. All right. That is my real hope. And also, life is on this channel. Life. I'm telling you, if nothing else, you're going to find inspiration on this channel. You're going to find laughter, and you're going to find love. No, that's not it. I'm hoping for love. You gonna send me love, Lord? You still sending it? Am I still on the list? Inspiration, laughter, and life. Those are the things that you're gonna see on my channel. That's what we do here. So you guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your support, period. It means a lot. I hope that you would share the video. Don't keep the goodness to yourself. If you enjoyed it, if it touched you in some way, trust me, someone else is having that same issue, and you want to make sure that you bring them along with you on your journey up. Okay. And that's what I realized a while back, that I'm not the only one going through whatever it is or experiencing whatever it is that's going on, and someone else needs this information. And if you feel like that's not the truth, then your feelings lying to you. I'm just saying. So as I said a while back, I said I was going to do the lazy girl clean type tip video. Like I said, I realized that I do not like this process. I be looking around the house and I'm like, this is somebody, how are we going to get through this right here? Because this right here is crazy. And I realized that all of us have to have our way of doing things, our way of tackling these different things. And everyone's way is different. My way does not look like everyone else's. But for somebody out there, you are lazy at times like me. I don't know, especially, you would think that you would use the time that you have while your children maybe are not here and you could just say, no, like the moment that I don't have to be mom or don't have to be something to somebody, I want to be nothing to nobody. I just want to chill and relax, you know? But when I get through, there's still a whole pile of dishes and laundry to be tended to. So I was like, I need to really document how I tackle this, and I need to share it because we all need it. We need some help. Okay. So man or woman, if you are out there and you need to get your life together and you feel like I'm one of the lazy ones, like I need an extra push sometimes. Some people out here just be like gone with it. Like, I'm gonna go get it. Honey, listen, sometimes I got to push myself. Sometimes I need some help from the Lord. You know what I mean? Anyway, so we're going to get it done. Today, I'm going to share with you 10 tips, okay, for tackling and controlling this chaos. I'm going to share with you 3 methods that may be helpful. And I'm going to share with you 2 types of motivation that I use or that help me, that I notice help me. All right, so we're going to get into this. First, let's get into these 10 tips. Here we go. All right, tip number 1. When you don't want to dirty more dishes, just take one from the sink, wash it, and use it. So guys, remember, we're trying to tackle or control the chaos, all right? So you see those dishes piling up, all right? If you have to go in the kitchen and use a dish for something, in order to not continue to pile that stack of dishes on, take one from the sink that is dirty. I know it's going to hurt your heart to not be lazy just for a little second. But this really is the lazy method because most people would just wash their dishes. But this is what I want you to do. I want you to go in there and I want you to, when you go over there, get ready to pour your cereal. It's a bowl in the sink. It's a bowl in the sink. And unless you want more work to do later on, get that bowl out of the sink, all right? And just use that bowl, wash it out, use that bowl. All right? This way we are not creating more and more dirty dishes every time we go back, you know, because you keep using one of the clean forks, one of the clean this, one of the clean that, and throw it in the sink for, you know, you got just this out of control pile. All right? So when you go over there, use one that's already dirty. All right? Clean it first. Tip number 2, do it with someone. Do it with wait. Hear me out. Wait a minute. I noticed that I'm the type of person that can get motivated or I get inspiration when I'm feeding off someone else. I'm one of those people that, like, I'm probably, in order to get some of those really tough things done that I need to get done, I'm probably going to need to feed off of someone to get it done. Whether it's me turning on something or me calling somebody, eventually I'm going to be offering Zooms ever so often to actually do this with whoever wants to join. I will literally be cleaning my house. You can turn on your Zoom, watch me. You can do it too while I'm doing it. Like, this is what this is for. A lot of times if you see someone else doing something, then it kind of sparks your, like, okay, let me get up and do this too. If you know your friends doing it at the same time on the phone or on the Zoom or on the FaceTime, whatever you got, and y'all can just, hey, I got to tackle this. You gonna do yours too at the same, like, let's do it. All right, tip number 3. Make cleaning easier. If it's too hard to clean, and you guys that know me, you follow me, you know I'm looking at my notes. If it's too hard to clean, you likely won't want to. Okay, you guys, look at your spaces. Look at your spaces. Okay, there are many things that make us not want to do this cleaning. But one of the biggest things is it being too hard to do it. If you got stuff unnecessarily cluttered and, you know, hard to get to even put it away, you folding the laundry, but then you got to maneuver around this and around this to even get it in there. Or maybe you just got too many in there in the first place in the drawer. Now you stuffing it in there. Like, that right there, your mind, your body, everything remembers that this was a tough thing. And it's like, I'm staying away from this because I can't. And so it just makes the whole process that much more tedious. So if you can make it easier to clean, then it won't be such a tough thing to tackle. You can just go in there. I love one of my son's drawers. Like, I've just cleaned out his, not too long ago, cleaned out his night stuff. So like his PJs and things. That drawer, listen, by the time it's time to wash clothes, the drawer is practically empty. And so I wash those clothes, fold those clothes, go in there, throw them in there. Like, I love it because I'm not stuffing anything. Like, it doesn't, like, it makes me cringe to have to stuff things, and I can't hardly get to this and get to that. And listen, for some of you, I know where you're living right now, it's not your forever home. It's not your dream home. And so it may be a small space, but we're going to have to get creative with some ways we can do things, or we may have to purge some things out of there, some things that are too little or whatever, so we can make this easier for us. So we do want to clean the spot, or we, at least it's easier for us to do it. So we won't want to stay away from it so much. Okay. So make it easier for yourself to clean and to put those things away. Give those things a designated spot. You're not searching for where you're going to put it every time you get ready to clean. You know where it's supposed to go. Clean those areas so that when you do get ready to straighten up, boom, throw it over there. Boom, throw that, set that over there. You know where it's supposed to go. Everything has its home. Okay? All right. Next tip. Make it visually appealing. You are more likely to want to maintain something beautiful. You guys, I have done this so many times. Matter of fact, last night, I went into this place. It was like an arcade for my son. I went into the bathroom. I love the bathroom. It was so cute. It was so nice. So it was well put together. And it was so nice that I was like looking at the water on the sink. I was like, where's the paper towel? I need to wipe these things off. There is something that happens in your mind when you enter into a space that is nice and clean and tidy, or just visually beautiful. Maybe you have some beautiful pieces sitting around, and you know, those maybe you've got something in alphabetical order, or in order by color or whatever. There's something that happens with us that makes us want to maintain that beauty, makes us want to make sure it stays in its clean state. I'm currently working on a book, and I wrote in there about this whole thing. There is something about us wanting to, when we step in a space that's beautiful, it's like we are like, this is my experience. We own that experience now. Like, I am in this beautiful place. Look at me. Like, yes. You let something get out of order. You let you spill something in that beautiful place, or do something to make it, you know, not so beautiful anymore. You immediately want to restore it back to its original condition, because you've owned that moment. It is now your moment. You now have the right to be in a space that looks like this. And if you come from where I'm from, it's not like every space you've been in coming up was just so awesome, so immaculate, so beautiful. My mom, she had a beautiful, you know, she did things beautifully. She kept up the house, did all kinds of things. But now it's your turn, okay? So whenever you are able to make the space visually appealing, do that, because this is now your hack to be able to move yourself or prompt yourself to maintain a nice space. Does that make sense? Make it look nice so that you will want to maintain it. Things that are just ugly, you don't care about it. It's ugly anyway. I don't care. It's all right. It's going to look like that. But things that are visually appealing, you want everything to be in its spot. You like that? I like that. I like that. I like that. You enjoy something. You enjoy looking at those things. I enjoyed the experience when I saw how wonderful, how beautiful it was. So I want to see that. I want it to be like that again. I want to experience that again. All right? I'm telling you, This is the lazy girl clean hack. Okay, I'm telling you, these things that we're tackling right now might seem like they're going all around just tackling and cleaning the thing, but this is what we have to do to get ourselves to get it done. Okay, so I'm telling you, it's gonna work though. It's gonna work. All right, next tip: activate your help. As a mother, you can get carried away, or as a dad, you might clean the house. You can get carried away with doing things on your own. They're like, this is just what I do. I get on a roll, I start cleaning everything. I'm in this room, I'm in the living room, I'm in the kitchen, I'm in my son's room, I'm in my daughter's room. Like, you get carried away making sure everything's tidy because that's just what you do. You're the parent, you clean stuff. But let me tell you, some of us have children that are of age, honey, and they can help you. Now, some children, it's more tedious for you to keep going behind them and telling them what to do, when to do it, and where to put it than it is to just do it on your own. Especially the toddlers and things, of course, they're making a bigger mess than they're cleaning. But for the children that are of age, like my son is 12, about to be 13, honey, you can clean this. Sometimes when that load of laundry, it starts piling up and I can't even see nothing in the kitchen anymore. I'm like, son, I want you to go over there and get your clothes out of the basket. He goes over there and literally he will put one of my daughter's like pink little pee-pee pads down on the ground so that he's not putting clean clothes on the floor. He will kneel down on it, pick out all of his clothes from this huge pile of clean clothes, and he will take them all in his room and he will fold them and put them away himself. Now, I don't make him do that every time, but sometimes I get a little overwhelmed. And I'm like, I need some help. And it's just me and them in here. And so I asked him to do that. And I think it's good responsibility for him to be able to do this, every now and then. He already has a responsibility for his room and keeping it tidy, and washing dishes, and he vacuums and things. So it's not like I'm just like trying to save him from being able to do anything. He gets the lessons about the real world and keeping things tidy and doing what he does. Laundry, I normally don't handle that though. I only ask him every now and then to go and get his stuff out of there. But otherwise, I normally just put it up for him. But yeah, activate your help, honey. If there is somebody in the house, and this may be your spouse, somebody in your house that can help you. Excuse me. Gotta get some help. Just a little bit. Okay? Love you. Next one is be aware of the benefits. Oh my goodness. Y'all, sometimes cleaning can be therapeutic. I know. If you are lazy like me, you were like, girl, what are you talking about? Quit saying those cuss words. But for real, we'll be surprised. Some of the things that we don't want to do, some of the things that it takes us like so much, like it's like pulling teeth, making us do those things. Once we get into it, it actually can be something that is really nice, really therapeutic. And we realize like, I actually enjoyed that. That actually was a process that was very relaxing for me. I like that. And I have found that has happened for me, like with washing dishes, anything with water, y'all. It's a whole nother story. Anything with water, that really, it does something for me. It's calming. I feel like my thinking is like on this top notch whenever I'm listening to water or I'm around water or I'm dealing with water. I think that is super spiritual. I think that was a design that God, he did on purpose, but we're going to get into that another time. But when I'm around water, I realize that actually is kind of therapeutic for me. So sometimes washing the dishes, I will take a moment, and now it does take me sometimes being intentional. Now that I notice that can be something that is therapeutic for me, that can be enjoyable for me, I sometimes have to take a step back and say, this is, okay, I'm going to look at it as such. Okay, so this doesn't have to be a tedious thing. This is actually relaxing for me. This is nice. I like this. Same thing goes with doing anything else. Sometimes I get in my zone and I'm like, this is nice. And just realize what you're doing. You are bringing your spaces back. You're restoring them. And you're making it where it can be a space that can be one that is relaxing all around for you. Just one that is enjoyable to be in. And let that be something that you are conscious of when you are doing these things, that may help it be something that is beautiful and wonderful and enjoyable even for you. So just be conscious of those benefits of what you're doing. What I'm doing right now is helping me. Just like anything else that you're doing that's going to help for something in the long run. You can get into it. Get into it. All right, next tip. Put items in at least the vicinity of where they're supposed to go. And you can tackle it later. What do I mean by that? Sometimes, if I'm picking up around the house, okay? Picking up around the house, I see my high heels in the living room, or a stool that's supposed to be in the bathroom. You know, I will see those things out of place. They're in the wrong room. They're in the entirely wrong vicinity. So instead of taking my heels into the room and then unzipping the bag that they go in and placing them in the little slot and putting it back in the closet, I'm cleaning up the living room right now. Okay. And I feel like that's a lot of effort in that back room right now that I don't want to do. And so I will, at least to help myself out, put the items in the vicinity of where they're supposed to go. So I take them into the room and I'll set them on the bed or something. Now, listen to me. I know that there are some people that will say, listen, you only want to touch it once. That is such a great way, and it's so advanced. If you're doing that, you are doing amazing things in your life. Let me just, for real, no, seriously, let me clap for you right now, but let me tell you something. This is lazy girl hacks. Okay. Okay. So we are going to at least put those items in the vicinity. We can go back later and put them exactly where they're supposed to be. But right now we are trying to get this thing, just get this thing to get a handle on some of this chaos. And it's going to help us to start seeing this area come together quicker. Okay. So even though I did not put those shoes all the way up, they're not in this space right here. They're not in the living room anymore. They're not in the way. I'm seeing this space come together. And so that's wonderful. Now we can feel like, okay, I'm tackling this space. And sometimes that's what we need, that visual motivation. Like, okay, it's getting done. It's getting done. So take it, just put it in the vicinity. The stool that's supposed to be in the bathroom, I take it, I just set it on the floor in the bathroom. Later on, I'll take it and fold it up and put it behind the door where it's supposed to be. But for now, I'm just putting things in the room, at least, of where they're supposed to be, or in the vicinity. That way, we can go ahead and tackle those things one by one. Okay? Y'all got this. Y'all doing a great job. High five. Next one is turn on some music. Y'all, every now and then, I will be in the mood to like kind of listen to some music. Most times I'm listening, in music in the car, listening to Way FM. But every now and then I would like to listen to my jazz, or soul or bluesy type music. And so I'm like, okay, let me turn this on, especially when my kids are not here. I will turn it on, and that will kind of be my motivation. I'll clean while I'm listening to that, while I'm singing the old songs or whatever. And that really actually helps me get through it. For you know what? I'm halfway through something and I can't even remember even doing it. You know what I'm saying? I get lost in that. Same thing happens when I am just like I told you about water, and realizing that things are, it's therapeutic or it's actually pretty relaxing. I'm telling you, I can get lost in thought. When I'm over there washing those dishes, like I'll look up and have all the dishes washed, and I've spent all that time just really thinking about things, and I don't even realize I've tackled most of it. I'm more than halfway finished at this point. Same goes with music. Sometimes you can get lost in it and just think about the music, what it's making you think, what it's making you feel, and how you felt when you first heard it, or things like that. And so that's really helpful. So try turning on a bit of music. Okay, so now this next one. I know you're going to be like, this is a little extreme right here. But listen, we got to do what we got to do. And a lot of times it works for us anyway. If you're a busy person like I am, you're going to need to do this anyhow because you got other things you need to do. So it's not going to hurt you to do this. It's really not that extreme. It is fix yourself up. What I have found is on the days, and I found this out by accident, of course. So there was something that I had to do or somewhere I had to go. And so I said, okay, let me go and get my stuff on, get my clothes on. And that was before I was able to pick up anything. I just said, let me just go ahead and get dressed because I want to make sure I'm not late to wherever because I'm trying to get myself together. I can clean up later at any time. But, I end up putting myself together, coming out like, okay, I got a little time. I'm all right. So I just, sit here until I'm ready to go, until it's time to go wherever I got to go. But then I start feeling like all the stuff that's out of order is like, no, I got to clean that up. I have to clean it up. And you know what is happening there? First of all, getting dressed in the morning, it already puts me in a space where I can go out there and get it. Okay, I can go get it, go conquer the world. But there's something about putting yourself together that makes you want other things to be together around you. And I'll read you the way that I actually wrote it. Getting dressed makes you feel ready to conquer the world and get things done. And when you are all done up, it makes you hypersensitive to all that is undone around you. I'm telling you, this is so real. This is so real. You get dressed up and suddenly you feel like doing stuff. You feel like doing stuff. You just feel like doing stuff. There is something about being in your lazy attire, like you're not going anywhere, that makes you want to stay not going anywhere, not doing anything, stay lazy. And there's something about getting ready and getting prepared that makes you want to go and do something. Because, normally we don't just get ready for nothing. We got to make something happen once we ready. Like, we ready. What's up? You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing that happens when you get yourself together, when you get your clothes on and get all dressed and everything. So that is something that we want to implement right here. We want to use that hack to get our stuff together. Listen, if you like me, that stuff started piling up and you desperate at this point. Let's go ahead and get ourselves fixed up, and maybe it'll make me want to clean something, make me want to get some other things together. Because it's kind of like I was telling you earlier, you want to maintain that beauty when you witness something beautiful. And now what's happening is you are looking amazing, you fresh in this less than fresh atmosphere. And it's like, this don't even match. I need to get everything in its, together so that this all can flow smoothly. So this can feel better. Like if I'm looking like this, then it feels weird to be looking like this and you sitting over here and your house look like you a hoarder. It just does. So it makes you want to go ahead and get some things done. And then it makes you feel good that you got it done. And then your kids come back and it's like, yeah, I've been getting things done. Okay. So I'm telling you, try it. You know that once you pick your kids up, you got to go do something anyway. You got to run to the store. You got to run an errand. You got to do that anyway. So you'll already be dressed. Okay. It's not for nothing. It's for everything. One more tip. Identify the blockages. Y'all, I'm going to read you what I wrote before I start elaborating on it. A lot of times when we are dealing with a lot, it tends to make us shut down. We sort of get stopped up and blocked up. So sometimes it's about identifying what's keeping you blocked. It's crazy, but a mental block is often also a physical block. You physically feel like you can't move and go do what you got to do. We feel like we literally can't move forward to get up and go or continue to produce if we don't work through that particular issue. So we need to identify it. You guys, now I don't have to go into all of them, but we know different scenarios, different situations where someone is blocked mentally or spiritually, and they subsequently cannot move forward physically. They can't do whatever it is that they need to do. They can't focus on whatever it is they need to focus on because of that mental block, because of what is going on up here. It's like you can't get past it. You can't get past it, and you stop producing right where you are. It's crazy, but this is connected to this, to all the things, to you, So if you feel lazy, sometimes it's not just, I'm just lazy. There are many things behind that feeling of laziness, that feeling that I don't want to, I can't put myself up to even do anything. So let's identify what those blockages could be. What have you been thinking about lately? What has been on your mind lately? That way you can tackle those things, deal with those things, give those things to God so that you can be freed to go and do what it is that you need to do. I want you guys to go back and look at the other video. It's called Death Valley. I will link it for you somewhere. So, and I'll put it in the description as well so that you can go and check it out. Because I talked about basically the plot behind being overwhelmed and how it can block things up. And listen, when I tell you that's good, Holy Spirit was really working through me on that video. I love it. I had to tell you like it is. But go in there and check it out. It's amazing. But yes, that can really happen. If you got some things going on internally, some things you've been worried about, been thinking about, some things you need to deal with it. Deal with it, because it's about our livelihood. It's about our ability to move forward and get things done and get things accomplished. And then ultimately our children are looking at us. And so we want to have a space that makes some sense, that helps them, that helps them decide who they want to be in the future. Helps them decide what kind of environment they're going to keep, So now that we've done our 10 tips, let's go over our 3 methods. All right. So first method is since I'm here method. Since I'm here. Okay. Remember, this is lazy girl hacks. Okay. So listen, since I'm here, I will be in the kitchen doing something, maybe going to get something to eat, going to do something, or in any room going to do something other than clean. And there will be that thing that needs to go over there or needs to be put up or needs to be whatever. Since I'm in that area, I might as well do a little something. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got to be a lot, but do that sometimes. You get ready to go and do something already in the kitchen anyway. Go ahead and do something to help yourself. All right. Maybe you can go ahead and put a few, wash a few dishes. Y'all, I have done this. I have literally went in there and I'm like, oh, let me get this bowl of cereal. Okay. You know what? I'm going to wash 3 dishes. I'm going to wash 3 of them. And literally only washed a few dishes and left the rest of them in there. I know, trifling, but it helped me out. It helped me out. Sometimes the piles of things are the overwhelming thing. It makes you want to turn around and just not even look at them. But if you can start tackling those one by one, and listen, every step counts. Every piece of laundry that you fold, that you put away, is one step closer to you tackling that one thing. So don't feel like this is not doing any good, just doing 3 of them or whatever, because it really is doing good. And that leads me to my next tip. It is the just one method. The just one method. Listen, I fool my daughter with this all the time. I tell my daughter, listen, baby, okay, you did good eating your macaroni and cheese and all that. Can you eat 1 green bean? Just 1. Can you eat 1 piece of broccoli? Just 1. Okay. But what is the prophet Pringles say, huh? You can't eat just 1. There is something about going and dibbling and dabbling in something that makes us want to dibble and dabble again. When we experience doing something good for ourselves or for someone else, We want to experience it again, like I said. And just doing one of them, oh my gosh, that will irritate you so much. Even if it just makes you do at least one more. That right there is a lazy girl hack that helps you to get things done, because normally just dabbling in just a little bit of it makes you want to do more. Okay? So that's a little something for you, all right? Little method. Just one. Just one. Just one. And even if you only do that just one for real, it, like I said, everyone counts. Every single one counts. All right. All right. Last method. No wasted trips. Years ago, I worked at a staffing agency that sent me to this company, a well-known company. And I worked in a department that had to do with different like distribution centers and the trucks that went to and from those distribution centers. Oh my gosh. That was so boring for me, y'all. I know, it was so boring for me. And I was like literally falling asleep as the man was trying to train me. I was so embarrassed that I was doing that, but I was just like, okay, I'm just not even what is happening right now. So I still remember that to this day. I fell asleep. He was like, do you need to go to the bathroom? You need to go and wipe your face? I was like, oh, what? No, I'm good. I'm okay. But one thing I did take from there that I thought was so interesting and that has helped me in my everyday life is no wasted trips. So what they did was, whenever a truck, they sent a truck to one distribution center. And of course it was filled with items that they needed to drop off at that distribution center. But instead of having an empty truck travel back to the place it started, they don't waste any trips, because that's money. So if there is something at the facility that needs to go somewhere or go back somewhere, even close to the place where the truck came from, they will have them load that truck up and bring it on back. Since you're traveling back, there's no reason, he said, that a truck should be traveling anywhere empty. So you see where I'm going with this? So for example, when I was in the car and I realized my car is crazy, it's trashed because me and my children have done it wrong. Okay. I realized that there are items in there that, again, do not belong there. So I could just hop out of my car, leave that stuff there for later, and just walk on in the house empty-handed. But why waste a trip? I know that I need to clean my car anyway, so why not bring those heels in the house? Why not bring those bowls and those forks in the house? This is real life, I'm just saying. Why not bring those things in the house that are supposed to be in here and not waste a trip? That is a very efficient way of getting a handle on the chaos. Don't waste any trips. You're going to and fro somewhere. Get something in your hand, baby. Just one thing. Just get it in your hand. All right? Okay. Now that we have done the 10 tips, the 3 methods, and now we're going to go into the 2 motivations that have helped me out. So I know you get to the point sometimes where it's just like, okay, I see what you're saying, but I just don't want to do it at all. I don't want to do it at all. I don't want to do a little bit. I don't want to do just 1. I don't want to do just 3. I don't even want to get up. Okay, I got you. First motivation. Turn on YouTube and see someone else doing it. That was similar to one of the tips, remember? That you can do it with someone. Well, your someone can be YouTube. It can be YouTube. So, like I said, I found that sometimes watching someone else do it, it's kind of, it motivates. It motivates. A lot of times it's relaxing. And you know why it's so relaxing to see someone else cleaning their house is because you probably have a lot of chaos in yours. You got a lot of dirty stuff in yours. And to see someone take a space that is out of order and to bring order to it, it's like it's therapeutic. Like it does something for us. And oftentimes that seeps in. That's why we say be careful what it is that you look at or what you listen to, or and all those things, because those things actually seep in. Just like a song that you don't like, just like if you tired to listen to Frozen song, let it go. Maybe if you're tired to listen to Barney or whatever it is, but you find yourself singing it later on because it seeps in, and we think it doesn't, but it does. So even if right then you don't just jump up like, I want to clean some, at some point you'll start seeing yourself little by little. Okay, put that back. Okay. And eventually you'll see, okay, it makes me want to get my stuff together. You remember when your mama on Saturday mornings would get up and they vacuuming, and she got everything, she cleaning everything, and everything's blasting all loud, and you looking at her and you getting antsy yourself. You feel like, I need to get up, do something, because I'm just laying right here. I'm just laying. I need to clean mine. I need to get mine clean. Well, motivation might be different as to, why you want to get up or why you feel the need that you should get up. But I'm just saying, it's in the same vein, just watch somebody else doing it. Okay. It was just my mama. Okay. I'm sorry. Invite someone over. Oh my gosh. I know that is so extreme, but what other time are we most motivated to get our stuff together? When you know somebody coming over. And you know what? This happens most of all with my mom, because that's really the only person that be coming over here. But I know how she kept the house. And so, when your mom and your parents come over, they're going to be looking like, what is going on in here? That make you want to clean things. I do the same thing with my car. I'm like, okay, my mom's going to be riding in the car. Let me go ahead and clean my car. So invite somebody over. And you know what? There's more behind this. This is what it is. Okay, I'll read what I wrote. Invite someone over. That would make you want to clean. Sometimes responsibility makes us move. Some people are self-starters, self-motivators, and then some people are not. Some need motivation. We often wonder why God allows certain things in our lives, but I've come to realize that it's often the things that I see as inconvenient or unfavorable that move me to the place I want and need to be. And my reference there was Romans 5, 3, and 4. All right, Romans 5, 3, and 4. Not only so, but we also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character. Character, hope. So basically what we're saying here, and what the word is saying there, is that these things that we deem to be things that are unfavorable to us or burdensome to us often are good for us, because they produce something that we need. And I'm saying the same thing when it comes to inviting someone over, or if your kids are coming later on, someone is coming over, coming back. It often motivates us. That responsibility begins to move us to do what we need to do. It's interesting because, a lot of times we're like, oh man, God, like that was just like, why would you? But if I'm honest, I know why. I know why God would do something like that for me, because he knows that sometimes I do need a little fire lit under my tail, as they used to say. He knows that I need that motivation. He knows that sometimes I'm stubborn, and he knows just the things that will move me into the place I need to be. Certain things placed at the right time in the right places are the very things that get me in the right position. And that's why, we experience certain relationships and things and heartbreaks, and we're like, oh my goodness, what happened here? Why did you allow this even, Lord? But we come out of those things knowing, okay, I learned this from that. I learned this from that. I won't do this anymore. I need to work on this within me. And that is important. These may have been things that God was moving us or asking us to do all along, but it took the right situation, the right setup in order to get us in position. And so likewise, when you know that you need help getting yourself together, getting motivated to go and clean up, let those responsibilities, use the weight of those. Let those responsibilities do what they are designed to do, to create pressure that then moves you into doing the things that you need to do and getting those things done. Okay. So just saying, you can create that. Invite somebody over. These might be extreme, but some of us really need that motivation. We may have sunken into something that is deeper than just being lazy. There may be a bit of depression or whatever it might be. And perhaps some of these tips and tricks and methods and motivations and all types of things will help you even with that type of thing. All right. So the last thing I want to share with you is that you can beat this. Even this, you can beat this. And we're going to look at 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. All right. So 1 Corinthians 10:13 says, "No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it." So the first thing that we want to remember there is that these temptations, these things that you're experiencing, this laziness, this depression, whatever it is you might be experiencing that is making it hard for you to get this stuff done, is not something that is excuse me. Excuse me. The enemy didn't want me to get this out for you, but I'm going to get it out. These things that you are experiencing is not something that is uncommon to man. Everyone has experienced a hint of this, all of this, more than what you're experiencing. Everyone has experienced some bit of this, or in some way. So just know that what you're going through is not an isolated thing. It's not a unique thing. Like, oh my goodness, there's no one that has been depressed like this. There's no one that has been lazy, like this. Trust me, that is not the truth. I just read you the truth. There is nothing that has overtaken you that is uncommon to man. These things are things that we're all out here dealing with, and we're all having to use our hacks and our different tools and our relationship with God. We're activating these things to help us get through. And then secondly is that God creates a way of escape for those things that we are experiencing. So we don't have to be discouraged about what we're going through, that we feel like there is no way that we're going to be able to conquer it. Now, I know right now we're talking about the lazy girl cleaning hacks, but oftentimes this goes deeper than just I'm lazy. I said that earlier. We need to start realizing and be more conscious about what's going on in us. And we need to know the truth. I talked about that in the last video. Let's know the truth here. Okay. So these things are not uncommon. Everybody experiences this. And you can overcome it. You can beat it. Even this, you can beat it. And so those are the truths. You need to stick to that. If you have to, you need to recite those things every day you wake up, every day you walk through your house, every time you experience something that seems like it's just about to overtake you, that you just are not going to be able to take it anymore, that is just about to be the death of you. Like, you need to go ahead and let it be known that, no, I have a way of escape. So me feeling like I don't have a way of escape right now is you lying to me, enemy. And you are a liar. You're not going to lie to me. You're not going to take this opportunity to overcome away from me. You're not going to do it. God is going to get the glory. I'm going to get this tackled. Whatever it is that I'm facing, I'm going to get it tackled because I have a way of escape. My Father has provided that for me. All right. So listen, you know what I always say. And this is longer than I thought it was going to be. Lord, if y'all getting through these videos, ooh, I love you. I love you. It's amazing. And even if you only get to watch a little bit of it, I love you too. You know I do. I love any of the support. Get what you need, honey, and leave the rest. But share it though. Share and subscribe. You know what I always say? Listen, I hope that helps somebody. All right. I hope that helps somebody. And my journey with God has been just that, a journey. And I am so, so grateful that you guys will come back week in and week out and join me on this walk live.